I call this story Bedroom Campfire. I was sleeping in my bed one night, and outside, apparently there was a car accident. Someone had ran into the electric poles outside and knocked the power out for our development, so there was like no electricity anywhere. And when I woke up, I was 7 years old, so of course this completely freaked me out because I hated the dark. I just didn't like it. Um, so when I woke up, I was walking around the house and I was trying every light switch, trying to figure out what's going on here. I run down the hallway to my parents' room because of course that's the safest place for a kid. And I see my dad sitting there lighting matches, like putting up candles everywhere. So he sees me, he grabs a candle and he starts leading me back to my room. And he puts this candle on my nightstand. Nightstand, headboard, whatever, next to my bed. And he says, all right, go to bed, and he leaves the room. I'm sitting in my bed, like trying to go to sleep. I can't, so just rolling over and over again, just trying to get to sleep. And then I remember a snowflake that the teacher taught us how to make in class. So I grab my scissors and paper and I start cutting out the snowflake, cutting out all these little triangles, making this snowflake. And I opened up, and in my opinion, it was a pretty good snowflake for a 7-year-old. But I had all these triangles all over my bed, so I swept them up and got them into a little pile. I was going to throw them in the trash. And then I had this idea.
Oh no.
It wasn't a good idea, but it was my idea. I walk over and I put them next to the candle, and piece by piece I start grabbing these little triangles, putting them over the fire, watching them light on fire, just like put them out as fast as I can, trying to burn my fingers. So I'm doing this for a minute, like doing unique stuff right across the room, like sparking it out as fast as I can. And I decided to grab this snowflake that I see, and I'm like, okay, this is boring with all these little triangles. So I see my snowflake, and I go, I wonder how this will burn. So I grab this snowflake, and I'm putting it over the fire, like waving it back and forth, and it won't catch. And it's like someone telling me, this is a bad idea. Do not light this paper on fire. But of course, I didn't listen to this idea. I just like grab this paper, put it over the fire. It starts like blazing up and just go crazy. It went up to my fingers, and I felt like my fingernails were melting. So I drop it like as fast as I can, and this thing like floats down and lands on my pillow. My pillow, of course, goes on fire, and it makes like a circle of like fire coming out of my pillow. And I'm just sitting there, I just stare at it, I'm like, this is really cool. Like, there's a fire right here. Like a mini campfire in my room. So I'm sitting there putting my hands out, like throwing myself into this fire, and I hear a loud scream come from behind me. My sister walks in the room, and she like hates fire, like it's not her favorite thing. She walks in the room, fire, fire, oh my God, there's a fire in here! She's like yelling at the top of her lungs, like there's a fire, there's a fire. She turns around and runs down the hallway to my parents' room. Fire, fire, Daddy, there's a fire, there's a fire! And my dad comes out of the room, and of course he's still groggy, he's still just trying to wake up. And he looks at my sister, and he like walks in and leads her down the hall to the room. He sees the fire, and he goes, oh goodness, fire, fire. He grabs me off the bed, throws me like by the door, and then he like goes and sits by the fire. And I go, dude, did you just take my spot next to the fire? And he goes, okay, go get a rag, go get a rag. So I run down the hallway, open our closet, grab a rag out of the cabinet, run back to the bathroom, and I start dunking in the sink, filling up the sink, just dunking in the sink, making a mess all over the place. And then I wring it out as much as I could because I didn't want to drip anything anywhere. So it's like a damp rag that came out of the fire. And I run down and I give it, like, throw it to my dad, and of course my arm was like suckish, so it lands in like a big room. So you run like the other half of the room, pick it up, and then you're sitting there just like flailing it at this fire, just trying to put it out. He's like rolling over my pillow and everything. He eventually gets the fire out. And he's like, all right, it's all done. Time to go to bed. So he grabs me, he puts me in the bed, and he's like, it's okay, you can use one of my pillows if you want. And my sister looks at the pillow for a minute, and he goes, wait, this is my pillow. How did you get my pillow? It turns out my mom actually gave me the pillow. But I had this, and then he was like, all right, you're not getting a pillow tonight, just go to bed. And that was the best thing I ever got without a pillow.
to a snowflake. It's a flash scope, but this way you won't set it on fire. The snowflake stay inside of here. So there you are. Congratulations.